Today, we're looking at 5 images that didn't just document history, they changed it. 1. The Napalm Girl. The photo that shocked the world. June 8th, 1972, in South Vietnam. A cloud of black smoke rises in the distance as a group of terrified children run towards the camera. But one girl stands out. A 9-year-old, naked and screaming in agony. Her skin is burning from a napalm attack. The image was captured by Nick Unt, a photographer for the Associated Press. After taking the photo, he rushed the poor girl to hospital, saving her life. When it hit newspapers around the world, it exposed the brutal reality of the Vietnam War. Just when public support for the war was already crumbling, this photograph accelerated the anti-war protests. The image was so shocking that even President Nixon questioned its authenticity, but it was real, and it helped turn the tide of history. 2. Migrant Mother. Great Depression left millions of Americans struggling to survive, but no single image captured their hardship more than this one. A mother with sunken cheeks staring into the distance, her children clinging to her shoulders. Dorothy Lang took this image in March 1936 at a migrant workers camp in California. The woman in the photo was Florence Owens Thompson. She had 7 children and was barely surviving on the wages from her pea picking job. When the image was later published, the public was outraged. How could Americans be living in such poverty? The government responded almost immediately, sending aid to the camps where Thompson lived. While there was some debate whether the image actually caused this action, one thing was for certain. Migrant Mother became the face of the Great Depression and the symbol of resilience. 3. Tank Man. The symbol of resistance. June 5th, 1989, Beijing, China. The streets of Beijing were filled with tension. The military had violently crushed pro-democracy protests, but then something unexpected happened. A man holding 2 shopping bags steps in front of a line of tanks. For minutes, he stands there refusing to move. When the tanks try to go around him, he shifts to block them. This moment was captured by multiple photographers from multiple angles, and within hours, the image had spread across the globe. To this day, the identity of Tank Man is still unknown. Inside the China government, they tried their hardest. They couldn't keep it from getting out. The damage was already done. It was seen by millions. The photograph remained a global symbol of courage and defiance against oppression. 4. Earthrise. The photo that changed how we see our planet. Before 1968, no human had seen Earth from space with their own eyes. But that all changed when the Apollo 8 crew became the first astronauts to orbit the moon. As they came around the lunar surface, they saw something breathtaking. Our planet, rising over the moon's horizon. Astronaut William Anders snapped the photo now known as Earthrise. It was the first time humanity had seen Earth as it truly is. Fragile, small, and alone in a vastness of space. This image became a turning point for the environmental movement. Just 2 years later, in 1970, First Earth Day was celebrated, and laws protecting clean air and water soon followed, all because a single photograph gave us a new perspective on our home. 5. The Falling Man. The photo that none of us were ready for. September 11th, 2001. As the Twin Towers burned, people faced an unimaginable choice: stay trapped or jump. One man made that decision, and in a fraction of a second, a photographer captured that moment. The Falling Man was published the next day, but it quickly disappeared from newspapers, as it was too real, too raw, and too confronting. Many weren't ready to face the human cost of that awful day. Even more than 2 decades later, the identity of the Falling Man still remains uncertain, but his image forces us to remember the personal tragedies behind the larger event. A moment frozen in time will forever remind us of a day that changed the world. These 5 images didn't just capture history, they changed it. They ended wars, sparked movements, and changed the way we see our world. Photography has the power to tell the truth. even when it's painful. And sometimes a single image can do more than words ever could. Which of these images do you think had the biggest impact? Or is there another image you would add to the list? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more photography history and photography content. I'll see you all in the next video.